pay income tax on the first £10,000 of their income. And the effect of that is that about 3.5 million, just over, low-paid workers and pensioners don't pay income tax. And there's cut of £7 for the average earner. That's £1,400 if you're a working couple. Now, that is fully funded. We're not talking about an overall tax cut in the national economy. People who are relatively wealthy will pay more. We'll remove the existing exemptions, for example, the extra rate of tax relief that you get if you're a higher earner on pensions, the fact that you can pay capital gains at 18% rather than earned income on 40%, which is a massive incentive to avoid tax. We have all kind of very specific ways of dealing with tax avoidance through stamp duty and on corporate tax rates, and we have our mansion tax, which is a tax on property over £2 million. Yes. And we get the revenue from those relatively well-off people in the community, and we use it to cut taxes for people on low pay. We think that's fair and right.
OK, the effect is fairness. The effect is just to have bought yourselves a good few thousand votes.
The aim is to create an overall sense of fairness.
Come on, you're right there. I mean, you've just gone out there and said, if you vote for us, worth a few quid in your pocket.
Many people will undoubtedly benefit. I say nothing wrong with that. But the reason we're doing it is because we're going into a very, very difficult time. There are going to be cuts in public spending. We know that. We've been more upfront about what's involved than other people. And it's very important that society hangs together. And in order to do that, I think it's very important that those people who are at the bottom end of the scale get something back from the tax system. Those people who are relatively wealthy, who've done very well in the boom period, pay a bit more.
But what about, I thought we were in the business of filling in this big deficit hole, and therefore, you know, all contributions welcome. Surely, I mean, I know you're saying you're funding it from elsewhere, but you could have been filling it in quicker, couldn't you?
That certainly is an option. We could have said that all these tax-raising measures, it's all put towards reducing a deficit. We could have said that. We have one specific tax measure which does reduce the deficit, and that's the proposal for a £2 billion levy on the banks. And that's to pay for the insurance which society provides them should they fail. But the way of reducing the deficit, in our view, is to concentrate on public spending. You know, public spending has exceeded the ability of the taxpayer to fund it. There are going to have to be difficult cuts. We've identified 15 billion ourselves of specific measures that we want to see reduced. That's over and above any savings that you can get from waste and efficiency that the government and the Tories are relying on. And we're being much more specific, upfront, more honest about where those cuts come from.
Thank you, Vince Cable. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. He's been outlining tax plans for the Lib Dems today. And how would you sum it up?